Okay, we're streaming. That's all right. Well, a very good evening, everybody. Well, hopefully it is. In fact, it looks absolutely delightful in Fiji, but it is not delightful here in New Zealand. This is Patricia and David, Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH 286, on a very, very drizzly evening, but it's 15 degrees. I suppose it could be worse. 1006.3 and still plummeting. 6 knots from the north. And so far today we've had about 16 millimetres of rain. It is, of course, 100% cloud cover. So the whole of the country actually has had very heavy rain. Bay of Plenty, Taranaki, Northland, Auckland area. The roads, if you look at the road cameras all around Auckland, it is dismal. Very slow traffic, lots of water on the roads. We have to go out tomorrow, so I hope it's all cleared by then. Okay, a bit of news before, this will be a very quick session today because there's not an awful lot to tell you. Fiji, first jab inoculation rate is now really good, over 68%. 14% have had their 2 jabs. Of course, the COVID rate is still very, very high, and the death rate is not very happy to report either. But Australia, they've got it thick and fast in New South Wales, 110 new cases. Victoria 22, they have extended, I think I mentioned that yesterday, their lockdown for another week. In South Australia, in Orange, wherever that is, guess they must grow oranges. But anyway, they've had one, and I think they've got a lockdown in Orange itself. The vaccine rates are very low, 2 months behind in New South Wales, so that's not helping the situation either. Well, the Olympics are due to start. In fact, some of the team games have started already, but according to the boss of the IOC, they could be cancelled at the 11th hour. They are getting quite a few COVID cases spread around. An American gymnast, a Czech volleyball player, various people helping. There's 30,000 people there already in one aspect or another of organising or competing. Some of the team events, as I mentioned, have already started. I think the New Zealand, I can't remember which team it is, shows you how much interest I've been taking. But anyway, they were playing Australia in something, the women's. What chuckled me was the Norwegian women's beach handball team.
Whoa.
Didn't even know they played handball at the Olympics. But anyway, the Norwegian women's team were fined $2,400 for wearing skimpy shorts instead of skimpy bikinis. God. Talking about COVID, international COVID passports showing that you've been vaccinated are being discussed internationally at meetings such as the G7 and APEC. They will be carried digitally on smartphones and available in October. So, David, you're going to have to get with the smartphone so that you can have your COVID vaccination logged on there. But as you don't seem to want to go outside of the country, I don't think you'll be bothered with that one.
Don't care.
Don't care, you see. All right, what about boats? There's, of course, nothing happening from here to there. But there are a lot of boats heading west, including the couple that are heading to Savu Savu, Sururu and Gina. There are boats in the Lau. I show 6 in Vianney, but I think Charles said there were more yesterday. They're spread throughout the very windy Yasawas. Everywhere else looks quite pleasant. Mamamukas have got a lot of people. And it looks like Argo, Moxie and Castile are still in their quarantine anchorage outside Denarau there, but quite sheltered there at the moment with the easterlies. So, yeah, that's about it from me. If anybody does want any information on a travelling boat, let me know. But otherwise, we'll listen to what David has to say.
Yep, good afternoon. Real quick synoptic look at the good old Southwest Pacific from the Gulf Harbor Radio Weather Desk. I don't know why I keep saying that. What else would it be, huh?
Yes.
Anyway, it continues to show cyclonic flow throughout the entire Tasman. It's a very, very big area of cyclonic flow. Trough fronts abound, with the next high still sitting over southeast Australia. And following this high is the next depression, which currently is near Perth. So you can see how the sequence is going to go. Looking at satellite imagery, I see a rather fascinating series of troughs and fronts. I count five of them in total. What's interesting is that they are all parallel with each other, and they run from the north-northwest to the south-southeast, and nature, of course, decides to be quite symmetrical with this. The features are all about 25 degrees in length, or about 1,500 nautical miles. So picture five of these all parallel with each other for that length. It's rather amazing to look at on satellite imagery. One of them slices through Sydney. The next one slices through Brisbane. Then another one just west of Newcastle. The next one goes through Vanuatu. And the last one just to the west of Fiji. Now remember, they're all 1,500 miles long. So it's quite interesting to look at, if that sort of thing interests you. Anyway.
I'm sure they're all going to rush to the computer.
Yeah, I bet they can't wait. I'm sure of it. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, well, not much to say about them other than they're very juicy, plenty of cloud and rain. So, again, looking at satellite imagery, it's quite a view. Not much to report for Fiji, not much at all. Mostly easterly winds, 15 to 20 in that range, and more or less the same for tomorrow and Friday. Although Friday, the winds look to be east to east, northeast, maybe even more northeast than them for the southern half. So divide Fiji in half, west to east, draw a line through there. The southern half is where these winds are going to be east, northeast to northeast. And then north of that line, essentially easterly, maybe a little bit of north in that easterly, but just a bit of a shift is what I'm saying. And really, there's not much else to say. The weather just looks boringly beautiful. So here's the boss.
All right, that's about it. And I don't have anything more. So if anyone wants to add anything from your tranquil surroundings up there, please call us now. Everybody out enjoying themselves, except for those ones that had hoped to be leaving the anchorage by now, but from quarantine. But maybe tomorrow we'll look for some activity in the morning on the AIS. Okay, folks, nothing more from here. We'll have a very good evening. We'll enjoy our rain and our warmish temperatures before it goes to the south. And we will be back again tomorrow very briefly. Not much happening at the moment. So cheers, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio Clear.